Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today is September 19th, 2022. How is everyone doing? Well, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Tammy Doe, and here is your Moldavite update for today. Going on 5th year, and we safely made it through Mexico. For those who've been keeping up with the channel, my friend and I drove from Texas all the way down to the Yucatan, which is the bottom of Mexico. So this trip took about 8 to 10 days. Now just coming back, I'm like resting, recalibrating my body. The whole trip feels like a dream, right? It went by so fast. We experienced so many things, we stopped at several different sacred sites. All these energies pounding in, downloads, upgrades. The Moldavite set that was activated, it's been contained since it came back to Houston. It's really, really powerful. The last time we had it out, if you were in the full moon activation or meditation, that was the last time it was out. And on the day that we took to Chichen Itza, which was the last activation spot on 9/9, and then that morning I was wearing one of the bigger pendants that was activated, and my friend turned in to a friend that we're going to pick up to go to Chichen Itza with us. For those who don't know what Chichen Itza is, it's one of those Mayan ruins, one of the wonders of the world, right? It's a very powerful place. So on the way, picking up my friend, we returned to her apartment. My friend scratched the front of her car turning in. It's a very tight spot. And she doesn't know this, but in my head, I was like, oh my gosh, this Moldavite, I don't think this car can contain that much energy, because once a Moldavite is activated, this energy is amplified, right? So I put the Moldavite away. We took the whole set down to Chichen Itza, activated, download what it needs to be downloaded. And on the way back, her friend mentioned that, hey, can I see some of your Moldavites? Can I feel for them and see if any resonates? Kid you not, I was driving at the time. I opened up the pouch. It's a soap bag. Typically silk contains the energy, and anything black helps contain energy in. So I gave her the soap bag, she looked in, and literally within, I'd say like 1 or 2 minutes, the tire lights went on. And from where we were, my friend's place, down to Chichen Itza is about an 1.5 to 2 hour drive. So we were right on the way back. We still have an hour and something back. And on the road, it's like plain barren land. So you don't want a flat tire, anything, you don't want your car breaking down in the middle of nowhere, basically, right? And so when I saw the tire lights went on, the first thing that came through my mind, it's like, this could possibly be a flat tire. So I just told my friend, let's put it away, keep it contained until we get to like a spot, okay? So that is the activation. That is the Moldavite energy that I brought back into the States. Even days prior to coming back home, our garage here in Houston died, or it broke, and the car battery died, my parents' car. So already this energy coming back is already shaking things up. Old things that no longer are in vibration is going to vibrate out. Literally, this is what it's about. This is what Moldavite is about. It's going to transform the old energy out, okay? So whatever needs upgrade, whatever needs a renewal, it's happening. And that's why when you're working with Moldavite, when you're working really powerful, especially activated ones, and what I mean by activation is, working with Moldavite for about going on my 5th year, because I bring in so many, like a big inventory at a time, it pulls me to different locations on different dates. And now just learning more about Feng Shui and different star alignment dates, it just all makes sense on the location and the date when I bring these to this activation sites. It's like a massive portal opens up when the stars in alignment, and all these energy from the stars, it's stored inside the Moldavite. Just imagine the Moldavite is a USB from higher realms, right? And so this body, our body, can only contain so much. The USB, the Moldavite, acts as an external hard drive to download all the information into it and stores it, and for us to access and use it whenever when I open up these grids. Make sense? So I brought it down to Pyramid of the Sun and the Moon on my birthday, September 3rd. Nikola Tesla's number 369, if you don't know what it is. I'll do another video just explaining all that, right? But to put it briefly, 3, 6, and 9 are vortex math. If you dig into Nikola Tesla's description on it, how I experience it is every time I see number 3s, 3 is a very solar plexus number. It's working with the physical world, okay? 6, so any days divided by 3s, you notice things will be more tied to the physical world. Days divisible by 6, so 6 is a number of the spiritual realm, the divine feminine, the underworld, right? The shadows, 666, right? 6 deals with the spiritual realm, okay? Any days divisible by 6, like September 6th, it was I saw a lot of death happening. I think I saw like 3 dogs got ran over and or on the side of the street, and 2 dead birds on the street. So every time a day divisible by 6, just be aware. It's not right or wrong, but just be aware of this death energy, this shadow energy coming through. Okay, and on the 9 dates, 9 are access to the heavens, the upper levels. So in our Asian culture, number 9 is very lucky. Okay, so think of it that 3, 6, and 9. And 9 is opening a portal to other dimensions. So here we got the whole month of September. September 3rd was my birthday. So I brought it down to Pyramid of the Sun and the Moon. And the download that came through was the Divine Mother and the Divine Father. Typically on your birthday is a direct access into the womb, right? When we are inside the womb, it is between the spiritual world and the physical world, right? Before we're physically connected to our parents, our soul, our spirit was created inside the womb. And so the last couple weeks, the last month, I've been sharing with you guys about disconnecting from the birth parents. When you do enough inner work, shadow work, you start healing back your past relationships, the inner child, your family, and you're going to get to a point where it's time to detach from the birth parents. And when you detach from the birth parents, right, it's not like we don't love them anymore. It's not like they're not part of our life. We're detaching so that we no longer take on their energy. You know, those kind of things that growing up, our parents, it's whatever you're going through, when you dissect it down to the core of it, a lot of it is originated within the parents. A lot of our triggers, a lot of our shadows, a lot of our issues, a lot of our challenges is rooted from our parents. And not only from our parents, but our lineage, because they got it from their parents, and the cycle keeps continuing until we break out of it. Okay, so I believe that breaking out is when we get to that phase of detaching from the birth parents and reconnecting with the Divine Mother and the Divine Father, which is part of the activation I brought down to the Pyramid of the Sun and the Moon in Teotihuacan in Mexico. Okay, so if you think about the pyramids, the pyramids channel in this direct energy from the higher realms. Okay, so they got the Pyramid of the Sun and they got the Pyramid of the Moon. And so energies were downloaded to this set of Moldavites. And on my birthday, this channel is directly connected to the womb. So this set is really, really powerful. I can't even be around it for too long. I don't even think this house can contain that much energy. Every time I have it out, windows have to be open or I have to be outside. It cannot be within the home. Or when we open it within my friend's car, the car cannot contain that much energy. That's why the tire lights went on. That's why my friend scratched her car. It's pretty intense, you guys. And then the last activation was to Chichen Itza, which this is where a lot of the Mayan ruins are. And if you know anything about the Mayans or you've briefly heard things around the internet, it's, they talk a lot about this doomsday, this apocalypse. But what is it, right? It was very interesting because the day that I was pulled to go to be down there, we left on August 31st. The guidance is to be in Chichen Itza by 9/9. So we literally had about 9 days to make it from Houston all the way down to the bottom of Mexico. And it was nonstop. It was literally drive, sleep, drive for 10 hours. We had like 1 or 2 break days in between to visit different sites. I'm gonna make more videos honing on different sites we went to. We went to San Miguel, which is the city dedicated to Archangel Michael. Now that one, I do want to do a whole video on it. But to give you a little idea of what happened, we went there. So this whole city is dedicated to Archangel Michael. I bought my cat a collar. And literally, when I put the collar on the cat, when I got home, his whole demeanor changed, his whole energy changed. He used to be very cuddly, very affectionate. Now it's like he's guarding over, he's looking out for me. It's more of this protective energy. It's very fascinating. But I would do a whole episode on San Miguel. I definitely do want to come back. A lot of things open up during this trip, but that is one of the destinations I do want to include in this next series I'm doing about Mexico, okay? So back to Chichen Itza. So Chichen Itza, the Mayans right there, they talk a lot about the apocalypse, doomsday. For me, I mentioned to you guys, like going back there, I feel like there's a soulmate energy. So when I went there to Chichen Itza specifically, it's a death of the old self. Like literally this energy of death, of the old me, releasing everything and then entering into this new frequency. The Mayans, the whole civilization kind of disappeared. And I believe that is due to them as a collective was able to rise the frequency together and raise into a different consciousness, a different reality. I believe that's what it is, okay? So I'm gonna make a whole video about Chichen Itza as well. But all of that energy throughout the whole journey is contained in the set of 12 Moldavites that I brought down there. Actually, I have 13. I do have a few small ones. There's 3 left that I'm going to release on my website. So if you're going to get it, try to get it before the fall equinox on September 22nd, which is 3 days from now, okay? There's 3 available on my website, thelightgoddesses.com. Other than that, the whole trip, I came back and I was super tired. Like, we've been on a go. Like, all the dangers, all the cartel stuff, it just even crossed my mind. Because we were so set, like, we need to make this happen by this date, by this alignment, by get here by this time. It's just go. And yeah, I knew we were always protected. I know we were all there, we brought Ganesh with us to shield the car. So yeah, the dangers never really crossed my mind, okay? So it was interesting, this whole trip coming back. The guidance I got was start doing spiritual tours. My friend is actually moving to Mexico. She's going to look for a place. She's moving out of her old apartment, and she's going to, when I spoke with her, it's like, have you thought about getting a space big enough to do retreats? So it's very in alignment with her. So we'll see what unfolds in the next month when our contract ends. If that is the path that we pull towards, then there's going to be spiritual retreats in Mexico. Where she's at is in Merida. And the zip code for that area is 999. Isn't that amazing? So if the path leads that way and we're actually going to do spiritual retreats on there, then I have a set of Moldavites from Mount Shasta. I'm going to open up different rooms for different sets of Moldavite, targeting different chakras, healing until we get to that rebirth phase. And then I believe we're going to take everyone down to Chichen Itza to have that rebirth. That's what's coming through. I don't know what's going to look like yet, but that is what's coming through as this starts unfolding even more. Other than that, just keep you guys updated. Made it back safely. We did get pulled over 4 times. One time we got bribed, but we'll save that for the next one of the episodes when I shared about we actually got bribed on my birthday, heading down to the Pyramid of the Sun and Moon. Okay. It wasn't right or wrong. When you come from a place of non-judgment, I believe that was a purge for me. So I'll save that for the next episode. But I just want to keep you guys updated. The fall equinox is coming up on 9/22. This is where the days and nights would even out, 12 hours, nighttime, daytime. So I'm not clear if I'm going to do a session or a meditation for everyone. If you feel called to do something, leave me a comment. Right now, I'm not real clear. I'm still resting, recalibrating, but we'll see. Stay updated on the channel. If something that is happening, I'm gonna post a video. Other than that, I'm gonna work on putting all these videos together about the retracing the steps we went, and now coming from a spiritual perspective versus like a vacation. Okay. This journey was all spiritual. It's a lot of Moldavite, a lot of energy. And I gained a ton of knowledge, more awareness actually. But now it's just resting. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm excited to see what unfolds now that I physically died and have this huge rebirth. I actually felt like this was a time of this massive rebirth. And then now stepping over into the heart chakra, exiting the solar plexus in the heart, this is this phase where this new reality is where the soul mate is going to come through. So we'll see what unfolds, and then I'll keep you guys updated as we progress and as things unfold in the next couple of months. Other than that, a couple of Moldavites are available on the website, and then I'll see you guys for the next episode. Tamidu, signing off.